Hi all, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to feature this video on Phalaenopsis that I have in bloom. This is no name, of course. None of my phals have any names, any particular tag specifically. This one is probably from a grocery store. It's the biggest one I have, so it's gigantic. The leaves are not at the greatest shape because it's just so hard to manage it. So I'm going to get a ruler out and see if I can measure the span of this leaf. This is about 9 inches. That's the smallest leaf. It's 9 inches. This one is probably, if we were to stretch it out and lay it down flat, maybe 11 inches. But they are easy to damage because it's so big. There we go. And show you the full plant. Yeah, I have to cut this off here because there was some black spots or rot. And there we go. So I have it potted in a container, a plastic container that I burned holes in, and it's mixed with moss and orchid bark and I think charcoal, and then I have this plastic container outside as a drain protector, or what do you call a pan to keep the water in. Sometimes I'll just add a little bit of water at the bottom of it and let it wick up. And then I have several aerial roots, unfortunately, and it's hard to keep them maintained, so I spray those. And there's several back there. This one is not doing too well right here. This arrow root is dead. This is an old bloom spike, and there is another root that is out, and it's dying. It's continuing to here and dying. But this is my biggest one, and so I'm gonna get another one. Let's see. Let's see if I can manage this. This one is also in worse shape than the other one. I have it in a funny container again, sorry. It's not very aesthetic, but you could put it in a bigger pot if you want to make it look pretty. A few aerial roots, and here's the old spikes. This one was actually very prolific in blooming. It had 3, so in the past there's been 3 spikes. There is something wrong with this one though, and I keep this one outside ever so often, and I think that it might be because of getting fungus on it. This one had 2 spikes, but this is the last season spike right here, and I didn't cut it off, and I kept it on, and it gave an offshoot of another spike, a side shoot, and right now it's got a tip growing, and this tip might survive and grow. And then this is the spike that it grew this winter. So, and it's healthier than the previous one, than the previous spike right here. And I'm wondering if I should go ahead and cut this spike off. I mean, originally, if I had, like last season, if I cut this spike off, this spike would have been stronger, and the new spike this season, if it would have been stronger. So, okay, let me show you another one. All right, so this one is a phal that I got from a grocery store. It is a tiny miniature one, and just for perspective, let me show you the width of that leaf. It is about 3.5 inches or so. Let's see. Yeah, about 3.5 inches. And I did not bloom this, of course. The got it from the grocery store, and it's in like a plug. And also got another one, this one. I'm really into phals now, especially the miniature one. They're so cute. I'm not sure why the leaves are more rounded shape than this one. I'm assuming that this one is a younger one, maybe. I don't know. But this one was really pretty when I first got it. I got it right before Valentine's Day. It had 3 bloom spikes. This is the stake that was holding on to that one, and this is another one that it's done with. And then this one, the last one, is almost done. But anyway, those two I got not too long ago. But the reason why I want to show you these 2 little ones first, that I got from the grocery store, because I want to show you this one, this next one. So this next one I have, sorry, let me move everything so we can get it all in one shot. All right, let's get this over. This one, ta-da, is my favorite phal. It's a little, I call it a miniature tiny phal. So this was a miniature phal just like this one was, and see how big it is now. And this has been this is like, I think by May would be the 4th year that I have this phal. And it's but this is what you can expect in 4 years. A little miniature phal like this will grow to be about that big. I don't know if it grows like big, like the ones I just showed you earlier. Like the first 2 I just showed you earlier. I hope not. I really like them small, but I have a feeling eventually it will get really big. But this one is this white one is such a prolific bloomer. It is so reliable. Every single year it just blooms, and it always comes up with, I think, more than 1 spike. And it's just, there's no fragrance to it. I don't smell any, at least. Sometimes in the morning or afternoon I may smell like a little bit fresh phal smell, but nothing noticeable, like not truly noticeable, as if it's like notorious for a scent. But man, it does bloom. I mean, it's like a bouquet of flowers. So let's see if we can look at the leaves. I would say the leaves are about twice as big as the miniature one. So here you go. And to bloom it, I accidentally discovered how to bloom it, before I started learning about orchid years and years ago. I left it in an apartment that I was moving into, and did not have the light on. I was on a trip and left the light off and had no curtain on the window. It was facing I think a north window, and so it had some light, and it was in the winter. I came home after 2 weeks of travel, and all of a sudden opened the door and saw a huge spike on not on this orchid, of course, on a dead one a long time ago, though. I mean, on an orchid that's dead now. But it was so I realized it was cold. I didn't have the heater on. It was cold, and I wasn't sure if it's the light, but I have a feeling maybe it got some light that helped, but I have a feeling that it's really the temperature mostly that spiked it. And so now I just bring my orchids outside to my sunroom in the winter, and it gets cold in there because it's not heated, and I leave it out there for like 3 weeks. And as soon as I see a little spike initiated, and it usually spikes would come from the base along the 2 sides, left or right. of the of your what do you call it, your mid section of the phal. But and as soon as you see the spike initiated, you know that you've got it. It's good to go. You should be able to bring it back to a warm indoors. But there we go. Very reliable bloomer. Thank you for watching.